Yeah. All right, it's another Wednesday, but not just another Wednesday. It's a Word Brand Kingdom Conversation kind of Wednesday, and we're glad that you joined in today. A special welcome. Kayo Deson is my name, and it is with all great delight and all kind of every great pleasure that I welcome you. Thank you for tuning in today again as we sit down to engage and have these beautiful, lovely, insightful conversations as we have them every Wednesday right here at the Bridge Network City Church. Just in case you're wondering, where am I? Where is this? What is this? This is Word Bank Conversations here at the Bridge Network City Church. This is what we'd like to do every Wednesday, where we sit down together, just engage, have insightful conversations, and just draw insight on certain issues, on certain topics together. And this month has been amazing. We've been looking at the theme multiple income streams, where we've been gaining insight into what it is about when we are thinking in terms of expanding our financial capacity, growing our wealth. How can we become financially free? And identifying that multiple streams of income is one way to do that. And for the first week, we had Pastor Olumide Olaliko, with whom we had such an insightful conversation. And after that, we, myself and Pastor Isaac, we reflected on the particular video by Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, where he was talking about multiple streams of struggles versus multiple streams of income. And after that last week, myself and as I like to call her, Pastor Silk and Purple, even though our name is Pastor Ojalabi, we had another insightful conversation talking about multiple streams of income. And one of the highlights of that conversation for me was the fact that there is a need to always start something, always start early. And I think this is for the young persons in particular. Always start early. What is it that you can begin to do with your hands? Do that so that it will become easy for you to expand into all things, and for you to be able to start from somewhere, then begin to flow from that one thing that you do into other things. And I think that's the highlight of also what we got from the first time we discussed this with Pastor Olumide, where he was talking about how professionals don't necessarily have to go into business, but get your finances into some other financial instrument. And week in, week out, it has been good. For me, Dr. Ludi also helped us as we reflected on the things that he helped us to realize, identifying that there's multiple streams of struggles, multiple streams of income. So which one do you belong to? And last week also, again, like I said, Pastor Ojalabi was great right there. And this week, we have another special guest. And yes, he's indeed a special guest. We had to go get a special guest. And I'm wondering, you were wondering, why am I so emphatic on this idea of guest? You'll get to meet him shortly. But please make welcome, as I celebrate and welcome Mr. Adetunmise Fashiko. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Thank you very much.
Great.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be here.
Yeah, great to have you.
I haven't heard you talk about speakers that has come here to make this justice about this discourse. All right, I hope to add more because they've gone ahead already.
Awesome.
So,
all right, awesome. Just in case you're wondering who Mr. Adetunmise is, Adetunmise Fashiko is a passionate communicator, educator, and development professional whose work sits at the intersection of media, education, and social impact. With over 5 years of experience in communication strategy, youth development, and public health campaigns, Adetunmise is committed to helping organizations and individuals harness media as a powerful tool for transformation. He holds a master's degree in science education with distinction, wow, interesting, from the University of Ibadan, and currently serves as the branding and design officer at the Slum and Rural Health Initiative, where he leads visual communication and content strategies for national health and hygiene projects. As co-founder of EduMinds Africa, Adetunmise has spearheaded climate education and sanitation campaigns in Akure and Ibadan, engaging young people and communities with messages of environmental sustainability and civic responsibility. He has also facilitated digital safety training with Co-Creation Hub on projects sponsored by Meta, that is formerly Facebook, educating both young and senior citizens on safe online practices, digital well-being, and combating misinformation. It leads the media team for the Ibadan Job Fest, a citywide employability summit organized by Profound Impact, where he oversees strategic publicity, media coordination, and creative storytelling to enhance the event's reach and effectiveness. Whether it's designing communication tools, building systems for non-profits, or mentoring young creatives, Adetumise brings clarity, innovation, and purpose to every platform he serves. He is also the founder of Adora Media, a consultancy dedicated to helping churches, NGOs, and startups build sustainable, impactful media structures. Adetumise speaks and trains on topics such as media for impact, youth empowerment, digital safety, finance, and climate communication, with a strong commitment to equipping the next generation to lead, create, and thrive in an evolving world. Please, once again, let's celebrate Mr. Adetumise.
Thank you.
Yes, what a robust profile right there. I was just going on and on. So let's start the conversation. Multiple income streams, multiple streams of income, regardless of how you've chosen to call it. Let me have a feel of what you think, because I assume that not all of us will think in the same direction where we hear multiple streams of income. So when you think about multiple streams of income, how does that come to you?
All right. So I think I need to start from a foundation, kind of lay a foundation for why we are doing this. And you see, it just tilted towards gaining financial independence, because that's the overview of it. Like, that's the destination we are going. So multiple stream of income is just what comes along the journey to get on our path to financial independence. So I would just start on this note that there are levels in financial independence. We have
levels in financial independence.
Yes, we have the first level where you are dependent. You are depending on either your parents or maybe a guidance. So in that aspect, maybe you fall within the category of being a student in school, then you move to the point of survival. So in that place, you've grown to a level whereby, all right, you've gotten some skill, you can able to use that to earn money, and but at that moment, what you get is only able to cater for your immediate needs. So it will be very difficult for you to invest from it. I mean, not really impossible, but you know that most bulk of what you earn at that level will be for your upkeep, for you to just keep up with work. Yeah. So another one is the level of stability. So with that, as you grow in your financial journey, you are able to increase in the amount of income that comes into your store. Let me just say store. Then you discover that after taking care of your immediate needs, like, I mean, the basic needs, feeding, shelter, and so you discover that there are few leftovers that are actually substantial, they can use to do something. So in that point, you can start investing, start using your money to do a lot of other things. You can think of, maybe you want to change your car, you want to get a car, you want to change your house and stuff like that. So you've moved from the survival level to a place where you are stable. So you can use money to do other few things that is different from your needs. Then you come to a point of security. So in this place, like, the money is flowing in a way that you have so much to invest with it. I mean, you can do a lot of other things with it. So you are stable. Then you begin to see your money in a way that you secure it in maybe other ventures apart from what you earn money from directly. And the last one is independence, where you fixed a lot of things. You can sleep while the money is coming. So it's the point whereby you can almost make someone rich. I mean, like, talking about, let me just digress a little bit. Let me just bring clarity to what I just said. So there's a difference between rich and being wealthy. A wealthy person can make someone rich. He has gotten to a level where there is the abundance. And so now, I need to just go through that route to let us understand there are stages in financial independence, and so for us to reach that stage, I think that's why we are having multiple stream of income. So I would say my understanding of multiple stream of income is just having like tributaries. I mean, like branches, or should I say, with the word stream, literally, of money, of income, coming in without you really directly in touch with it. I mean, without you directly involved with it. Like, what I mean is that you don't when it comes to multiple stream of income, yes, you're having several streams, several vehicles where money comes in, but your attention, let me say, your attention is not really demanded or involved in all these things.
Interesting. Because one of the main highlights of all of our conversation so far is that some people can indeed have multiple streams, but just like the clear distinction you said now that there are times when you don't necessarily have to be there and all of that. But for some of us, including me myself, we have to be there.
Yeah. Okay.
So how do we create this clear distinction, or is it from one level to another level? How does that? How does it work?
Yes, I would say this thing is growth, is a growth process. Actually, we get to a point whereby, all right, we can build a structure where a system is run itself, can replicate itself without our presence.
Systems now.
Yes, so I would say it's actually a journey, because now, okay, I want to get to the level of independence. So there is no way multiple stream of is not going to come into the conversation. So all right, let me take an example of, okay, I started out as a graphic designer. So when I was in uni, I learned that. So it has actually been a skill that has really helped me to access a lot of different experience, different people, or let me say organization. So at some point I discovered that I can't just be doing only this for life. So okay, the first thing I did was, okay, I started a training for people that wants to learn. So now money was coming in from that training, but I was involved in it. So I had to show up for every training cohort where I train people designs. So I have to show up. So like, that's a process. I will not say, like, looking at what you're talking about, that how can we do it that we will not be fully involved. So now, talking about how we will not be fully involved, is that at some point I was involved in the training because I've not really built system, and I'm trying to build a brand and so on and so forth. So then I discovered that you can record some of those sections and sell it out. So I do not only sell those section, I also added like elements, design that has been done, the raw file, added it to what I'm selling. So with that, you just say, hello, I want to purchase your course. Then you just get your money and send in the link. With that, I'm not as involved in it as I was when I was taking the training. So it has really helped me to like manage my time and focus on another thing. So like, I would say it's a journey. So we should not be frustrated in this journey of building multiple. Yeah, there's a place whereby we are almost doing like 5 things just to make sure that you get that money coming in. There's a point whereby you should also look forward to like building a structure, a system where everything can actually replicate itself, not without your full involvement and stuff.
Wow, that's a very good illustration, and that's the beautiful thing about hearing from other people, because by the time you begin to share your own experiences, I can imagine how it must have felt having to expend energy as an individual, teaching the same thing over and over again to the same people, as against that system that you had to employ. So now let's talk about systems right now. Thankfully, you've helped us to identify that it's a journey, and everyone is at different levels of journey. But my concern, right? I think the concern will be for people who still have to be physically there. But before we get there, what kind of systems? You spoke about systems, and the reason why I'm also talking about systems is because in church we are running a series for a Real Success Seminar where we're learning about systems. how we can use systems and run on systems, and why everything runs on systems. Now, for you, how were you able to develop that system in such a way that you had to sit down to say, okay, you know what, instead of doing it like this, there's a better way to do it, and then you actually implemented a system? Talk to us about systems in terms of managing yourself as you walk around multiple income streams.
All right. Thank you very much. I will start from the point of the mindset. Because we need to understand there are people doing the way they do things, like they continue to do the way they do things, like because this is what they told them. So if we do not change the way we do things, nothing is going to change. So it's just like having a positive mindset that, all right, this thing can grow, this thing can get better. So when you talk about system in managing multiple stream of income, that mindset also because one of the mindset of a good leader, a good leader should have a positive mindset. So like that actually relies so much on personal leadership. So I'm going to break it down, because when you talk about system, you're talking about trying to see how you can buy more time and getting more and better results. So that's like trying to research on some things, trying to look for those who have gone ahead of you, looking at what they've done. Why are they different? Why are they better than me? Why are they doing more better than me? Like, do they have to it and stuff like that? So I have people that, like, let me still use my experience, graphic design as an example. I have people that I watch on YouTube. These guys have done this video for years, and we still like get to YouTube and still search them and do everything like that, and still try to learn some things from them. And they've done this for years, so they are not coming to the screen again to tell me this is how you do it, this is how you do it, this is how you do it. So wow, I say this thing is kind of, so when you understand that, okay, all right, so now because I want to get more results, so when you understand that pattern, all right, like there's a system of recording your video and putting it out there for people to watch. Now, okay, YouTube is free. Then what do? I can just look for a retail digital products retailer, then put in my product in it. So let me just, in a nutshell, let me just say building system in multiple stream of income is a level at which you reach and you begin to feel that there's a different way of doing this, and you expose your mind enough to see, okay, better practices in your system. Then you begin to put it in place. Like it might be that, all right, in a training where I have like people that signed up for it, I discovered that this person is kind of passionate and is learning. It's someone I can just bring in on board and say, okay, all right, so this is what we'll be doing, this is the vision, this is what we'll be doing, we'll be selling this product, this class product. So can you just be in charge managing customer service? Whoever click on the link to get sales will be at the back end trying to do that. And if there's any issue, you can just call me or chat me to say, okay, this is what we are encountering and stuff like that. So you are bringing people to fill in that gap and to like buying more time. So
still talking about systems, because one of the things I don't want us to miss in your story especially, and which also ties into the things we've been talking about also, is that you started somewhere. You had to work your way up as a graphic designer up until the time that even you can even begin to get recommendation to say, come and teach us. So there's that two parts that you've been able to build yourself to the point where you are getting clients, but you're also getting another type of client to say, come and teach us, and then all of that. I want you to also walk us through that, because I have also had moments like that, and I'm grateful that I can use myself as an example, because I feel that I'm speaking for some other people too. That, you know, sometimes we do some of these things. We start with something. Sometimes it's not giving us these things. You know. So we move on to other things, and then it's beginning to look like multiple streams of income. But then it's just, there's a certain type of frustration that just comes in. Why? So talk to us about that. How do we navigate such processes?
Your personal branding is very, very important. So like before I came here, I was ruminating about it. All right. So I've seen a lot of like popular figures that are really making it in the industry, like public speaking, a lot of things, like even pastors that are like doing well. Yeah. So they've been able to define what they do, not really limited to the pulpit. You get it? So I'm beginning to understand something about personal branding. The thing is that if you build your name, if you brand yourself well to a level, to build additional stream of income will not be very, very hard.
So the building phase.
Yes, because let's say that should I mention him? Okay, let's say that there's a popular figure and just he has a platform already. I say, okay, I'm releasing books now for you to buy. It has been written, so just come and get your copy. It's at least people are going to buy it because he has built authority. He has
built authority.
Yes,
I like that.
He has built that name.
Authority.
He has sold himself to a majority where when it costs people are ready to. So how do we get to that point? Actually, that's what you are saying. And how do we get to that point? We at the level must be intentional of building a brand, a personal brand. Like when it comes to not really on social media, because we cannot limit personal branding to social media. It's connected to integrity. It's connected to how we build network with people, relationship with people. It's actually connected to that, because when you relate well with people and you create in them impression that they will find it very hard to forget. Whenever there is a problem, they will have to connect you with that problem. Okay, this person can give this particular solution. So now when we are starting up something, I'll feel that it's not really working, it's not really should I really continue, because I think I can get that when you're talking about it. So we need to like understand, because apart from the personal branding, we need to understand what we are really doing. Is this really is this really in demand?
So the identifying demand.
Yes. And if it's not really in demand, you need to try to connect it that, okay, how can I make people demand for this thing? So we are telling a story that you don't know that you need this thing,
but you need it.
You need it. So now, so the first thing is to, like, as a person, whatsoever you are doing at the moment, all right, that is bringing income at that point. Maybe you are a teacher. Yeah, you are okay. You are a teacher, maybe 9 to 5 teacher. You are teaching at the moment, and you feel that, okay, truly this salary is not really going to get you anywhere through the month. You need to sit down and understand what is connected to teaching.
What it's
what are the other things that is connected to teaching? You can come up with, maybe, okay, I want to start teaching teachers how to use tech to teach. You can come up with something like, okay, let me say homeschooling. That's quite in vogue. You can come up with maybe online teaching. So when you understand, just try, because these are some of the things I've done. Like, I just sat down, what can I do? What can I do? Like, I've been in the media space for quite some time, and I discovered that, all right, I've had like 2 leadership experience in media. So I think there's something I need to do. Maybe I should start training churches or NGO on how to build a media team. Do you get? I had to sit down and try to search and search and search. Although the first thing is just getting the direction. Then, it's not really going to be bed of roses all along. But actually there's still going to be a phase whereby, okay, yeah, it will look dry somehow. But when you continue to show up, it's going to. That's how business are built. Actually, when you continue to show up, it's going to boom.
I have a funny question.
Okay.
When we say multiple streams of income, how multiple should it be? Is it 2? Should it be 3? Should it be 4? Should it be 16? Should it be 14 different types? Should it be 20 different types? When we say multiple streams of income, to what extent?
It should be as much as your mind can conceive.
Your mind can conceive. Wow.
Yes, it should be as much. And should be taught. Yes, that's just it. Because at some point you might not have stretched yourself to a capacity where you can undo a lot of things. So as you stretch yourself, you are being stretched to be able to undo a lot of other things. Like you have been, maybe it's just like the parable of the talent. So the person that was giving 5 talent was able to, like, he said he gave, in that parable, he said the master gave them the talent according to their ability, because he knew their ability. So he gave it to them to profit with it. So that means the reward for like good work is more work. So if the guy with the 1 talent was able to make profit with it and not bury it, he would have been entrusted more. Didn't think about that. He would have been entrusted more, that okay, so you can make profit with this 1 talent, then let us give you more. So it's connected to our ability. And the thing is that our mind is can be stretched. We cannot really know how long our mind can go on until we engage it, until we stretch it to do some things and to get some results.
So from what you said now, it's as though that in multiple streams of income there are different levels. Yes. I think one of the areas we've identified is the era of building, where you have that one thing, but you've been able to build. I so much love that word I use, authority. Wow, building what you have with you to a place of authority where you can now begin to think about the fact that, okay, this can no longer do what I need to do. How can I begin to look into all of that? And we also spoke about the different levels of system. But let's now see that we are here now in terms of the system to having it, but now the system to sustaining it. Will there be anything like that? And also, so what kind of systems do we employ people to use in terms of sustaining themselves as they, yes, obviously now, thankfully they've now gotten to the point where they can now at least not necessarily be there, but then the system again to or manage that process, that even if they are not there, things can still go well.
Okay, all right. Okay, so now you have maybe some number of stream of incomes coming in, and they still demand you to be there, and those stream of income still demand you to be involved, right? Is that like, how can we transit from less involvement
and ensure that even while we are not necessarily there, things can still go smoothly?
All right, so let me start from the place that it's a process, but I will still say that time to like take it to another level. You are going to know with the level of demand is bringing at that point. So like, it's someone who venture into having several stream. I'm actually going to bring an illustration to it, where let's say a teacher is having online schooling, or in addition with the online schooling, is also going physically to houses for homeschooling. Do you get it? So when a teacher falls sick, it's really going to affect it. So now, and I need to be clear about this, that like when you talk about stream of income, we don't really, it's wrong to relegate it to side hustle.
I was about to get to that too.
It's wrong to relegate it to side hustle, because the thing is that most business evolve from the place of this is the normal way people are doing things. So okay, I'm a teacher, I need to be in school during the working hours and teach, then go back home. So when you begin to have unrest about this kind of consistent stuff, begin to look for knowledge, begin to look for ideas, and it comes like, okay, online teaching. So when it comes, you begin to build on it. So you begin to build on it and begin to see that, okay, this online schooling works. Like, it's getting me more money, it's getting me more income. than even the one that I stay 9 to 5. So now when you begin to understand, because now you are going through the process of building that part of the stream of income, you get to a point whereby you can even do without going to class physically. That's your main job that brought that took you into the idea of starting schooling. So as you beginning to discover that, okay, if I bring someone in, am I comfortable to pay the person? So what are the like structure that I've put in place to make sure that this person teaches and is still in line of the quality of service that I give?
Wow.
So that's how businesses are built. So now once you begin to think like that, you build structure, you build things that, okay, just like onboarding section, if you want to get into an organization, you're going to go to the onboarding section. So I think that document itself of onboarding people is something that can actually help you to sustain service to give. Because if people come in, they are coming to meet a structure in grant that, okay, you know yourself as the owner of this income stream, that once everybody gets into this, at least you're able to bring and produce these certain results. Then at that point where you know that, okay, this side of income can actually you can has started getting more let me say profit or yields than the former one you have, is then you can now start to make it big, like bring in more people, because actually it engages your time, it engages your energy. So when you bring in more people, the multiplying effect comes in. So look for structure on how to pay those people that you bring in, and with the structure, the quality of the service replicates itself over time. So in order to answer that your question of like sustaining it and managing it, I think I've been able to bring a little bit of justice to that. So because the thing is that we can't do everything alone. That's one thing, but we can build to a level where we bring in people too. So I also add to it that a lot of people have like questions like maybe they cannot focus on a lot of things, they can focus on one thing, that limitation. Because I've heard that before, just like kind of blockage in mind. So what can really help to like make them shatter those thoughts is just expose yourself. Actually expose yourself and connect a lot of things to what you do. See other ways that it can be done. Just expose your mind, read books, listen to podcasts like this, study. I think it's going to get better.
I think one of the highlights for me from everything he said is two things: that you get to a level where multiple of income will mean that you become an employer of labor yourself.
Yes, employer, yeah.
And then for anyone who, because I think I'm someone like that too, anyways, where I know that I can't put my mind in so many things, but look at other things that are attached to what you do. I think that's very profound. And I think that's what sometimes we miss. But you also said something that we shouldn't think of multiple streams of income in terms of side hustle. So how do we that distinction between a side hustle and an actual multiple stream of income?
Okay, let's differentiate side hustle from okay, let me just break down this multiple stream of income. Like we have the passive. We have the passive one. We have one that is active, that's connected to maybe salary, the service you render.
But you have to be there.
You have to be there. You just really have to be there. So we also have the one where let me say kind of portfolio where you invest, like you don't really have to be there, your money works for you. That's connected to buying shares, bond, stock, and so on and so forth. Like just buying a financial
instrument.
Yes, where they at itself will replicate, will increase in value. So I think I can just categorize them into three. So when you talk about side hustle, I think side also is a momentary thing.
Oh.
Share you get. So I think when building multiple stream of income, we kind of say, because we get money from this side also, we kind of say, okay, yeah, because we get money from a particular aspect, we kind of say, okay, this is my side also, this is my main also, because for every side also there is a main also, there is a one. So the main, most when you meet an average Nigerian, okay, I have a side also and I have a main. The main also is the one he has to show up in the office or 9 to 5, get salary in the at the end of the month, and some of the time have to finance the side also with the money he gets from there. Do you get it? So if most of the time, if you think of a particular venture as a side also, you are in a way limiting what you can get from it. So when you call something a side hustle, you feel that I can leave this anytime.
Okay.
So if it's stressing you too much, you just leave it.
Okay.
Sure, you get. But it's bringing in like some money and stuff like that. If you are stressing it too, like, okay, someone who is an office person, like uses his car as Uber. Like in the night, he just tell his wife that, okay, I'm stepping out for Uber stuff. Like, okay, at some point he just get some money, and if he's stressed, you just say, I'm not going. That's where the struggle part you are talking about is. So like you are struggling, but okay, you're getting money from there because you really have to be there, and it's actually stressful too. After you leave office, you're now driving around to just sure you get. So like it's the name we give to it, because we can say, oh, I'm not going out today, I'm not doing this today. Why? Because it saps your energy to a point and stuff like that. So I think that's the what narrative we are trying to give here, that we need to get to a point whereby stream of income have to
transcend.
Yes, have to transcend us being there, being fully involved all the time. So side also can be a stream of income actually, but I would say it's passive because you have to be there, but not really all part of your time, because you have a main also that is taking more part of your time. So,
you know, as you were talking also, my mind was just rambling around some of my own experiences too, and I think the reason why I must have felt frustrated was because I saw what I was doing as just a side hustle.
Yes.
As against actually sitting down and to ask myself that, is this another source of multiple income, or is it something I'm just doing momentarily? And that's the word for me, momentarily. Something I just do like, okay, it came. Oh yeah, let's just do it. And so, which means that if it comes, because it comes momentarily once in a while, doesn't necessarily mean it's your. So you have to be able to sit down and then build a structure.
Yeah. Let me add this. I remember a time where I used to edit audio jingles.
Wow.
Like it was a time I didn't been taking it serious. Maybe I would have gone into creating music, sound, and everything. So I self-taught this Audacity app.
Okay.
Software. So I have friends that used to come to me. I'll just try it out. They want to edit a particular, like maybe say phone number or stuff in a jingle. They send it to me. I work on it, and it come out without, like, as if it's original. Yeah, and stuff like that. It's been long, maybe 2 or 3 years back now. So if I did not really see it as a big thing. I just see it as something by the way. Like, okay,
so that just went by.
Urgent money, let's bring it in. So when they stop placing demand on it, I just go into another thing. Whereas some people are really building business from that thing. They just expand it, like you said, create a structure to it, and
yeah. Awesome. So I think the next thing will now be to that. This is where I was going. There's this word we say. We call them serial entrepreneurs. Are those those ones? Are they also part of the league? Would they be considered in the league of multiple streams of incomers?
Yes, absolutely. So
Okay.
let me say something. I didn't know why I missed it. As I've said it earlier, there is those that actually grow um into wealth.
They grow into wealth.
Yeah, it's creators, those that create, because I will give credence to Genesis when God asks us to increase and multiply, and so, like, because God himself is a creator, so there are people that create. There is a creator and economy. When you create things, like, you are creating it for people to use, you are creating it to bring solution to a particular problem. And when we connect it to even what we do, even as an employee, you are being employed because somebody created a business around a particular thing to solve a problem. So when you talk about serial entrepreneur, they are creating a solution for a particular problem. So now, when they discover a problem, when they identify a problem, they build it up, create a solution to it, set a structure to it, and it starts running. They look into another place, create a solution to a particular problem they've identified, and run a structure with it, and it begins to bring in income. So from the word entrepreneur, you know that there are people that solve problems, that, like, problems that people demand solution for. So, as they build it, it brings in money. So I will still term them as people multiple source of income, multiple source incomers.
Let's begin to sort of wind down in a way. What industries will you say people should begin to look into right now, in terms of expanding your streams? What kind of industries would you say is thriving right now, or what industries will you say are stable, that, if there's any area you need to find yourself in terms of, even if you don't know what to do and you're looking for an area that you know that these areas can get you anything, what kind of industries will you?
All right, I would say the tech industry, and I'll be specific with it. Tech can be anything. So I would say the world is evolving fast, and the world of artificial intelligence is really, like, people are really making money
Of AI,
from the knowledge,
from the knowledge
of it, the usage. And it's not talking about AI is not just limited to ChatGPT or stuff like that. Like, let me use myself as an example. That's maybe this week, like, I still do design, like, when it comes, because you don't know me as that. So some of the time, if I have the time, if a kid and I just need to do something, I can just do it. So somebody reached out to me, like, just a sister. She told me that, okay, the form she's using to get in more people into her training has finished, that I need to, like, help her to redesign. So I told her to send the picture of that thing, but I told her I'm going to give her that night, but I could not. So what I did was that very early in the morning, when I remembered, I took the screenshots, put it into an AI machine, help me generate something exactly like this, and it did that.
AI.
But honestly, I would have used more than an hour to recreate that thing, like, manually. So when I did it and I sent it to her, so, like, I've been able to, like, leverage on AI to do,
and of course your experience also played a role in that.
yes, sure.
Knowing what kind of prompting to.
Yeah, sure. So I would just say that, talking about areas people to venture in that can really bring in money, like, I don't just want to be generalistic, but in anything you do, just say where you're going to, like, attach AI to it. Because we have AI in agriculture, we have AI in business, we have now, instead of search engine optimization, we're having artificial GEO, generative
Yeah.
engine optimization. So now this is
Oh my goodness.
this is a bonus. Actually, I've started learning something on GEO because whether I like it or not, people are beginning to search things on AI search platform than Google.
Wow.
People are beginning. The behavior is trending now.
So which means that we are gradually moving away from the traditional SEOs.
Yeah. To
what
like,
people are feeding AI.
Yes. People
to know what you can. Hey, my goodness.
So when you search on any AI instrument like ChatGPT, you want your information to rank. You want your website to rank. So the GEO is actually responsible for that, understanding how it works so that you can rank. So I would just say that in anything you are doing, look for how you can connect AI to it. So if you cannot connect it, maybe you look for another niche. But I would say that the tech industry is really booming. The media and entertainment is already, because there is a part of media and entertainment that AI cannot steal. Okay, we are into event photography.
AI will not come to your event and snap photo for you.
Memories, and there are a lot of other things.
So which then means that as we are gradually evolving, it then behoves on people in certain industries to begin to look at how things are changing.
Yes.
And begin to identify the gaps.
Yes.
Because just I would never have imagined, because all of the time people are told us that AI will take your job as a photographer. Meanwhile, look at event photograph that you made mention. I never thought about that, because really, if I take pictures at an event, AI will not take photos of an event, except they want to now buy cameras around to be saying take photos and all of that. But we do. I don't see that I don't see that coming to light anytime soon. But this idea of being able to look inwards is very critical. And I want you to help us dig deeper into all of that, because I think it also forms the essence of everything we said today. Being able to sit down, especially from your own story, that you just have to look at it like, this graphic design, if I go on like this, it will kill me, right? To just devise strategies. So from where should people start looking inwards? And I want you to talk to two categories of people. I want you to talk to young people, especially those who are undergraduates, right? And I know that thankfully, because of tech also now, we now have undergraduates who now sort of know better in terms of utilizing some of these tools. But for some people who are still finding it hard to say, okay, I'm in school, but I would love to do some other things, but I don't know where to go, where to start from, or what to do. And the second category of people are people like me, because I think I want to identify with people like that to say, I've been doing some things, but this just looks like I'm rambling. It looks like I'm rambling. It looks like I'm here, but I'm also there. I'm there, but I'm also there. I'm like that. So how do we navigate all of this?
All right. So to those that are still in school, what I would say to start with is be hungry for knowledge. To be candid, like when I started learning all these things, I because most of all I'm doing now, I will still trace it to when I was an undergraduate. So they did not send me to school to learn all those things. But when I begin to see these things, they fascinate me. I really want to learn it. So there are times that I just give myself to learning. YouTube, I might be there for hours just to understand a particular thing, because it's the best growth. That's what will actually form a lot of things. That's what will form your exposure. That's what will form how you're able to conceive things as quick as possible. So for undergraduates to start something, just love to expose your mind when it comes to knowledge, because I don't really want to say this one particular thing that you should start doing it. No, but another thing is to look at what is happening in your environment. Now we have a lot of young TikTokers. We have a lot of people that are using social media for a lot of things. We have people that just create content. So now, why not venture into content creation and connect it to a particular thing? Like, okay, you're creating content to make sales of a particular product, maybe wares, clothing, or you have a digital product you want to sell, you create an ebook, just a DIY, how to do it yourself kind of ebook. And just look at your environment. What is in vogue actually? Because when we talk about young guys, a lot of things are trending. So it's now based on the ability to make money, to make money from what is in vogue amongst your peers, your group. Because a lot of things are really happening in the tertiary institution, new things. So once you understand what is going on, try to think of how you can connect something to it.
This idea of connecting, you see, you do well with a lot of that. Please go on.
To make money from it. So that is to those that are currently in school. Don't really be afraid to start something, because at that point you say, I'm still in school, I need to study, so just like you are studying, make sure that you are, just like I said, pursue knowledge, read people, follow, listen to podcasts, like study and write out things and execute little things. Those things can really take you and make you go a long way. So who actually have started something and trying to navigate to do something bigger and stuff like that, I think we've said that. Just sit down and
rearrange things.
Just sit down and look into that. There's a time whereby I just arrange a lot of skills that I have. I wrote it down and I say, this one I think I'm good in it, this one I'm not that good, this one I'm
self-assessment.
Yes, I'm coming up. This one, people are always asking that, can I do this, and I don't think I can do this. Okay, this one, so what can I do that can help me to create like a brand from all these things? How can I call it a name? So if they call me, they won't be asking me that, can I do this? They will know that in the name that I've surfaced, this thing is actually into it. So when they say, this is what you do, like that means you can also do this kind of thing. I say, yes, I can do it, even though, but it's actually connected to become, just like in media now, we have photography, we have
a lot of things.
So at least you'll be able to know, you'll be able to do, when it comes to media, these things are connected. Actually, you should be able to do a couple of things. When you come in that area, you won't really be convincing them that this is what I can do and stuff like that. So it demands us sitting down and trying to build something from everything that we have. So we just have to start from where we are. I believe, I so believe the aspect of there is one strong, like one kind of niche that you have, that your strength is really is. That's what bring people like me. Graphic design bring a lot of people to me. So I've led programs for organization. I've done a lot of things, and they are not graphic design. Wow. I'm not doing graphic design. I'm just working on programs or projects to come up with idea, initiate a project, see that it is implemented. So that's far different from graphic design. But graphic design brought the network of people to see that. So now as I begin to build on it, at least that one you have to be involved in it, but there are still other things. So I think the major thing is just to sit down and analyze yourself, make an analysis of yourself. This thing and this, how can I build it to get better? So
fantastic. Just one last thing, and you made mention of this at the beginning of the conversation, of personal branding. Please talk to us about that. In terms of personal branding, where should we start from?
Okay, in terms of personal branding, I think you already have something going physically. People know you. People know the kind of person you are. Okay, this person is a cool person. He has integrity. I can do business with the person. Then taking it up with leveraging on that branding and taking it up online, because we are in the advent of internet. It's very important. Very important. So building your portfolio online letting other people that are not really physically with in your locality to know the kind of person you are, the kind of thing that you do. And as you build that, people are going to know you for a particular thing. Yeah, so when I call name, like maybe I don't know if we can so when we call several names of people, like you know that these guys, you can connect them to a particular
thing that they do.
That they do. So it's to that level. So when you begin to come to people's space, people's consciousness, now they can, when you sell things to them, you've been able to build a relationship because of the kind of person you are. People want to know what you stand for. People want to know who you are. People want to know that when they see you, this is what is coming. And the fact is that there are going to be people that really accept you. A lot of people will accept you. A lot of people will just say, okay, this is not what I'm really into. This is not, like, let me focus on that thing. So when you bring out anything, maybe a product and anything, people will actually buy it because you'll be able to build a platform from your name and stuff like that.
Mr. Adetumishi, I must really say thank you for this insightful conversation, and a lot of things to unpack, honestly, because as we're talking also, I was able to also deduce certain wisdom from everything he said. But I think the highlight for me will be that place where we've got to build. I think that's the highlight for me, that place of building. We must not be afraid of building. We must not be afraid of the time that we have, especially if you are grown like me, or especially if you are at an age like mine, because I think, and this is because I've had discussions with other people too, and you can hear that thing that this one that we are now at this kind of age, and some things are still not like this, like that. So there's always that tendency. But another thing, and that's why I asked that you speak to young people too, especially those still in the undergraduate level, so that they can begin to see things. But for me, the highlight from, like I said, is being able to build, being able to connect things that you do, right? You said you're able to sit down. These are my strengths. I can do this. People call for this, but I don't know how to do it. Okay, should I learn about it? But then build a connection around it, then build a brand around that, such that you can have one thing, but in between all of those things, you have other things accompanied to that, so that we don't just run and run and run, because that's usually my fear. And I'm grateful that this platform and this thing that we've been able to explore has been able to really help us to get wisdom on all of that. That we must get to a level where, as much as we are doing all of these things together, you must get to a place where you're asking yourself, can I sustain this by myself? And that's the beautiful thing about multiple streams of income that we learned from you today, is that you build to a point where you now become an employer of labor, where what you are just doing as an avenue to survive has now become something that helps other people to also build their brand. And you also have been able to build your brand, and all you're just doing is to probably just manage and just see, okay, no, do things, we don't do that, do this way and do it better. Once again, thank you very much. We had the honor of having Mr. Adetomishi Fashiku, and thank you for joining us today. That's about it. But just before I leave here, this October, and the reason why I decided to just chip this in is because Mr. Adetomishi spoke about the fact that you need to key into tech, and it's not just about tech, it's about AI. This anniversary, yes, we're going to be having our anniversary in the month of October. And if you've been a friend of TBN for long, you'll know that what we like to do here at TBN is to expand the scope of everything we're talking about into a month-long series. And what we're going to be learning is tools for the future. But it's not just going to be about just Sundays. It's going to be a month-long of insightful, and we're going to be looking at these 5 areas: the future of worship, where we're going to be having Pastor Tunde Amoson on the 1st of October. Own anniversary day, and we want you to be part of that. I would really love to see you come celebrate with us, as we're going to be learning about the future of worship together on the 1st of October. It's a Wednesday, it's a public holiday, and you can join in, so you can just leave the comfort of your home for that. You just come and enjoy with us, celebrate together with us. It's a celebration service, and I'm sure they're going to be blessed. And also on the 5th of October, we're going to be learning about the future of wisdom. And on the 12th of October, another Sunday, we're going to be learning about the future of work. And then after that Sunday, we're going to be learning about the future of witness. We can't just be saved. We are and serve. And after that, we're going to be learning about the future of wealth. Who doesn't want to be wealthy? And just as Mr. Detumishe said, he said, a wealthy person makes someone rich. And I was like, well, that's a very fantastic one. But beyond all of those Sundays too, we are dedicating the 4 Sundays, yes, 5 Saturdays, 5 Saturdays in the month of October to learning about AI. Man, when Mr. Adetimishe spoke about AI, I knew that I had to talk about this, and we've got to get people on board to see how to do that. You hear the story he told us about how he employed the service of the AI to generate a design that will have taken him about 1 hour to do. And so thank you, Mr. Ola, for doing this with us. So on the 4th of Saturday, we're going to be talking about AI for daily life, and after that, we're going to be learning about AI and entrepreneurship. So if you are passionate about how to use AI for improving your entrepreneurship skills, or how to just build a business around AI, or using AI to amplify the work that you do as an entrepreneur, please don't forget Saturday 11th October will be the day for you. And Saturday 18th also, we're going to be learning about artificial intelligence for transforming businesses and cities, right? We're calling on key stakeholders. If you work in the government parastatals, if you work as a manager in a business company, in a company, if you work even as a manager, if you work anywhere, you need this. We need to build cities. We need to build cities that thrive. We need to build communities that thrive. And also, we are learning about faith in the age of AI. Many people have said AI is witchcraft, is this, is that. Come learn the truth about AI. Learn how to grow, especially if you are an evangelist, if you are in the mission work, if you're in the mission field, come learn about how to employ the service of AI, and let's grow together. Trust me, October is loaded, and we've designed this just for you. It's not even for us here. It is for you to come learn about how to step into the future, about how to step into a whole new world that presents great and better and new possibilities for you. And we are waiting for you. We can't wait for you to join us. I myself, I'm super excited about what's coming in October, especially for the AI Saturdays and for the tools for the future that we're going to be having for the Sundays in October. Yes, Kayode Sonny is my name, and it's been a pleasure having you joining today. Thanks to my guest today, Mr. Adetimishe Fashiku. It was such an insightful conversation. Yeah. And till I see you next time, yes, the month of October too is a month where we're going to be reviewing and reflecting and engaging on all our things, especially for the AI Saturdays and Sundays that we're going to be having the conversation. It's going to be a full team from next month, so you better watch out. Come join us. It's fun. And just to chip this in also, if you're a freelancer, if you are a tech bro, if you work from home and you're looking for somewhere that is not home or something to just flex around, come in here to the Newsstreams Hub. I'm sure that this is where we are producing everything, Newsstreams Hub. I'm sure that by the time you check our website or any our social media handles, you'll see what we do here. This is the Bridge Hub, where we, if you're into tech, just come in. There's free Wi-Fi. Okay, don't let me say free Wi-Fi. I meant to say unlimited Wi-Fi, unlimited internet access. You get to enjoy it. We have the swimming pool there. In case you're working and you need to stretch your hands, there's swimming pool. And also we have the lounge for where you can just sit down, have something nice to eat and enjoy, relax, have great conversations. And yeah, that's it. I'm sure that you're going to be blessed. Also, for our services for this week, also on Saturday we have our leaders meeting where we engage leaders, and also on Sunday we resume our service time 8 a.m. for Real Success Seminar, where we're going to be having our special guest. Dr. Abib Olamitoye is going to be our guest this Sunday. You don't want to miss it. He's going to be unpacking loads of wisdom for us at the Real Success Seminar by 8 a.m. and at the network service by 9:30 a.m. That's right. Thank you, Mr. Ola. This guy's a genius. Thank you very much. Yes, and I think it's a good time to also say thanks to our producer in person of Pastor Francis Madojemu. Thanks to Mr. Olaride, our technical, the man behind the switches and everything. Thank you very much. It's been a great pleasure having you, and to everyone here at Newsstreams and to everyone here at the Bridge Network City Church for making this happen. So that's it. It's been a wonderful month in the month of September. I'm just saying this because by the next time I see you or you see me, it's going to be a new month, and I'm just trying to wrap this up to say happy new month in advance, and please be good, enjoy God's grace, rest in God's love, show love, let's be kind to one another, and let me stop right here because Mr. Ola is looking like, bro, what's going on? Yeah. So